and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today is part 4 of a series showing a one-sheet wonder. If you haven't seen the first few series or the first few parts of the series, have a look down in the description box because I will have links to all the other videos. But those that have been with me along the way, we are now going to do one of the cards using, they're all notelets, using the last triangle piece, which is, let me get the details back through again. So this piece is the 4 3/4 by 2 inches, and it's cut diagonally across down on there. And I have already attached it to the note card as we did before with a little 1/8 of an inch border around there. And this card is to show you what I do with all of the different die cuts. You know, I said that I'm always doing things and then I've got a little pot. So I will show you part of my little pot. That's my little pot full of all sorts of embellishments and things that I cut out of the centre of cards, so I don't waste anything. So these are the pieces that we're going to use today. The little piece that goes across the centre is one of the other pieces, which is the piece which is down on here, which is the 3 inches by 1/4 of an inch, and they're all matted 1/8 of an inch with fresh fig to tone in with the designer series paper that we used. So this one we're going to use 2 pieces and we're going to put 1 piece across on here. Now I've put a little love on the centre, which I took from the well-written framelits, which I said I've been using an awful lot because they have lovely different die cuts that you can put out, and I've just put it straight down with some Tombow in the centre. So that's going to start off on there. We need to get some dimensionals, so let's have a look and see, have I got any? I'm going to use these pieces that are left over on the side here, so I'm just going to put a piece down on there like that, and we'll have this other piece. So as I said, I don't waste anything, so the little pieces that are left at the sides, we can use those as well. Whoops, make sure it's not the wrong way round. And we're just going to put that on. Let's put that up. In fact, I'm going to take it in 2, that little piece, so I can have 1 piece up on one end and 1 piece up on the other end. As I say, the nice thing about all our product is that you can use absolutely every single bit of this, and that's what I do. Okay, so this piece is going to go across the centre like this. Now, we need to fill up the other bits on here. So what I have done is I have taken this lovely little flourish, again from the well-written framelits, and it has some little flowers as well. So I've die cut those flowers out, and that is going to go on the top there like that. We have then got the a lovely little, I thought it would look like a bit of a sun. So that's going to go down there, and that is from the I will think of it in a minute. We've got the little butterflies, which again we are just going to sort of dot about, and I've done, they're in different sort of colour tones and things, but butterflies can be in different colours, so I think I'm probably going to have this one up on there because that sort of looks quite nice. That one may be there, and then I've cut a little U, which is again from the well-written framelits. We'll put that down there. We'll maybe balance that out with another one of these down the bottom. So let's start putting some of this together, and I've done a little tiny twill bow. So this is going to be quite a fancy busy card, but I think it works quite well, and it just shows how you can use all your different dies and things. So let's put this one up in the centre because I think I can probably tuck that one. Or shall I put, I'm going to put that one down first, I think. So let's just get some wet glue because that is one of my favourites. So we can just bob some of that around the sides. We only need to do it on the top because the rest of it's going to be covered with the sentiment. So let's pop this piece in down there like that. But as I say, I've always said don't ever waste any of your little pieces of cardstock that you have over, or when you're doing a mat, cut something out of the centre, pop it in a little pot, and then when you come to do a card and you think, oh, I need some embellishments, or I want something on there to make this card really stand out, you then have all of the little pieces that you can get out and then just play around with them and put them on the card as you want. So this is a complete mixture of all sorts of things. Again, I'm putting that one down because I want it to just go in like that. So I'm going to have that coming up like that, and we're just going to put that one down. Okay, so that's that piece. Now I can put this piece down because I've put all of the pieces underneath that I need. And as I say, play around with your die cuts. Keep everything. Don't waste anything. And when you've got them, you can then create all sorts of cards by using some of the pieces that you've got. It's a great idea if you're stuck for ideas sometimes, and we all have those moments where we think, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. If you get your die cuts out, it's a bit like a what I call a puzzle piece. You know, you can let's make sure I've got that where I want it. It's a bit like a puzzle piece. You know, you get all the pieces out and you think, oh, I like that there and I like that there. So we're going to take the little U. Again, this is from the new well-written framelets. It is a really incredible set to invest in. It's not a cheap set, but for the amount that you get, it is incredible value for money. Now I'm going to have that at an angle like that down on there. So that's the U. You get, I'm just going to have a look because I did find out how many there are on there's 24. So you have 24 dies, which, you know, is incredible. Now we are going to put, we want this to balance down the bottom. So we're just going to put that little one down there. So let's just get a little bit of wet glue on there. I could have put it up with a dimensional, but I don't really want to because I'm going to put some metallic pearls in the centre, I think. So let's just put that down there on the bottom. Then we have, we've got the butterflies because I really like the butterflies. So let's put one at the top there, and I might just put one in the centre there. I don't think I need the other one, so we're just going to use 2 for that. The other one will go back into my pot for another day. And I'm just going to get my minis out. Have I got any minis left over? Or I'm going to use what I've got left over on here. I've got some tiny little pieces. So let's not waste those little pieces. And we'll just put one down in the centre. Let's ease it down so I get it where I want it. And we'll have one little butterfly up at the top. And that will go that way, like that. And then we'll have the other little butterfly down at the bottom. So we'll just take this little tiny piece on here, pop that on there, and then we can just put that in there. Okay, so I have now done 3 different cards from the 4 different cards from the One Sheet Wonder, because I've now sort of given you some ideas. So I think that you can, the other 2 cards, you can either make duplicates of what we've already done, or you can, you know, design your own one. But what I wanted to show you was, I'm just going to put the pearls in. These are the lovely metallic pearls, so they work beautifully. And I'm just going to take these and put one in the centre of these little flowers that we've got from the well-written framelits. And we're going to take one to go in the top there. There we go. And we'll take the last one. Excuse my little dog. She hasn't been barking for quite a while, but there's obviously somebody outside or somebody walking their dog up the road. Okay, so that is, I'm just going to move that out of the way for now. Take your pick tool, use it all the time. It's a great tool because you can do all sorts of things. So that again is a very pretty card, and that will go into our box. Now, and I didn't use the twill. I could have done, but I'm not going to use it on that one, so that'll go into another project. So what I wanted to talk to you about now was the box that we put it in. If you go back a few videos, or if you followed me through, you will know that we made a reinforced box that will hold your notelets. Again, description box below, I will put a link to that video in there, so there'll be a few videos to watch. So this card is going to go in with the other cards that we made into our box. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that we've made that will go into our box with the envelopes. And as I say, the other 2, down to you how you decide to make them. You can do, as I say, duplicates of one of these, or you can do different ones. So our box, we then need to coordinate it with what's going on inside. So what I've done is I have done a piece of, this is the fresh fig, and it measures, let me just have a quick look to see, we'll put it on the scoreboard because I can't quite think, I think it's a standard card base, but let me just open that out, and then we should be able to see. If I rest it on there, you'll be able to see. It is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. Then you have a white mat to go in, which is 5 inches by 3 1/2 inches. So 5 by 3 1/2. Okay, so that is what we are going to put on. So let's start working on this. I wanted the top of the box to be not overly decorated, because it's something that is obviously going to be lifted up quite a few times. So I just wanted something that would coordinate with what we've put inside, and we've used the butterfly gala a lot, so I wanted to carry on using the butterfly. So we are literally just going to put this in on the centre. And this was one of the pieces that I had from inside, and I thought I would actually use that for this one. So this is one of the pieces, which was one of these. So it was 4 3/4 by 2. So I've decided to use that on the top. Again, you can use whatever you want. If you want to have your 6 cards inside and you want to use all of these pieces, then you can use something different on the top, but I just thought it would coordinate quite nicely, and I'm quite happy for this one to have 4 cards in a box. So we're just going to put this in on the centre. I'm not putting it up with dimensionals. You do just have an 1/8 of an inch gap on there, which gives the border nicely. Then I have cut a circle from the stitch shape framelits, and we're going to put that on the top there. And this again is one of the butterflies, which you all know because I've been making the butterflies for a while. I think I am going to put that up with dimensionals because I want the extra height on there. So let me have a look and see. I would need to get a new pack out. So these are the standard dimensionals. Let me find the top for that. So we'll have those on here, or they're just called stamping dimensionals. The others are the minis. And I just want to have, we're going to have 3 across on there. So we're going to have one there, and one on the centre. You want a few because obviously, as I said, the box is going to be opened a few times, so that you want it in on there. And let's just put that one in there like that. And then we'll have the butterfly in on the centre like that. And what I will probably do with this, I'm not going to do it now because it never shows up on camera, but I'm going to get to the Wink of Stella and just put a little bit on the wings here. Unfortunately, Wink of Stella is a really beautiful, fine shimmer, which just makes everything just have that really pretty little sparkle on it. However, it doesn't show up very well on camera. So it's one of those things that, although it looks really beautiful and sparkly on here, I'll try and give it a bit of a, sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. And then this is going to go onto the top of our box. So I'm just going to use wet glue for this. The box is reinforced. So it's a nice, and it's a very simple, easy box to make. So all of these things that I've done for this particular project will make a lovely gift for somebody. And also, they're not overly complicated to make. So we're going to put this in on the centre like that. There we go. And so let's move this out of the way. So we have our lovely box, which is reinforced. And inside we've got our cards, which coordinate and match with our One Sheet Wonder. And as I say, I've got 4 cards in there with 4 envelopes. And the box. And I think it makes a lovely gift for anybody, and hopefully a nice project. As I say, I've put it in a series of 4 because obviously if I did all of it together, you would fall asleep. But you can take it in small bite-sized chunks and watch whatever you want when you want it. So thank you so much for watching me. I do hope you'll try and give this this little gift box and the One Sheet Wonder and the cards a go. And thank you so much for watching me, and look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.